don't know which caused it, if it's the updates or if it's something to do with the maps. I installed a firewall, an antivirus program, CC Cleaner, and they all freeware stuff, so it might have had blooming annoying application pop-up windows that blocked the video. That's possible. So we'll find out. Ah, the black box has gone. Yeah, the black box has disappeared. So it must have been CC Cleaner or the firewall or the antivirus. Okay, that must have been what was causing it. So it was one of the apps that I installed that was causing the problem. So now I know. So what I'll have to do is to narrow down the cause, I will have to install the applications one by one and do a live stream test and see if the box comes back. Once I've figured out what is causing it, then it's going to get banned from my applications list. The 3D printer is working pretty good, but I had a problem with the recently I've had a more problem with prints curling at one particular spot, and I found out that part of the glass bed has peeled off. I mean, we're talking about a wafer thin piece of glass, and it must have got stuck to one of my prints and come off the bed. So there's like the bed, the glass plate, the glass bed is no longer perfectly flat. There's actually it's underneath the print, so you can't see it, but there's a very thin slice of glass that came off the bed, which is causing me some problems with printing because I can't really fill the void with anything, because every time it gets hot, it would just peel off. So yeah, so there's not much I can do apart from getting a new sheet of glass, really. So that's going to be another option, another job. I wanted to talk about my turbine. Now, I need to put light on, I think. Hang on a sec. Let's just put the camera there a minute. Now, the way I'm designing this turbine is because I'm using centrifugal fans to push the air. Now it's in two colours now because the filament ran out of silver, which I was using up, and I popped the red filament in, and so we got a multicoloured stator now. There's the bearing at the top end. And so I wanted to have a little talk about this, because having small gaps in the air turbine, the wind turbine, air turbine, whatever you would call it, is important, because I'm using pressure. When you compress the air, it becomes denser, it becomes thicker air, the air becomes thicker. So by using centrifugal fans, which are the rotary centrifugal, let's see, these things. By using centrifugal fans, it creates a lot more pressure, air pressure on the output, which is the thing over there. So the general idea is that by compressing the air, it becomes more dense. Then you've got to force the air through the turbine. So having a closer gaps is quite important, because it actually improves the it will improve the speed, because the air will be more dense. And having compression is a good thing, because actually the centrifugal fans, when the air's compressed as it's coming through the blades, it actually speeds up, so there's less work being done on that side. So obviously having the air compressed and squeezed through smaller gaps on the turbine is a benefit, and it actually improves the speed, because as the air squeezes through, it's basically like jets coming out the back. So we have small air jets coming out the back. So the smaller the gaps are in the turbine, the better. I'm actually printing a new version at the moment. So these are some of my recent ones I did. So there's a slight difference between that one, which I've shown you, right? If you look at the light, you can see through the light. If you see the light shining through the blade, you'll notice that the light can shine through about almost half of the width, right, on that one. If you look on this one, you have a job to see through even 1/10, unless I tilt it. If it's flat, you can see that the angles are much steeper on this one, this particular fan blade. They're a lot steeper. So instead of seeing the light shining through half, you can only see it through a small percentage there. Look, when I tilt it, and as I tilt it more, you'll see more. But when it's flat like that, you can just see a bit of light shining through. And this one, when it's flat, you can see quite a lot. So this one's less efficient. It will be less efficient than this one because the angle is much steeper, and so it'll get more propulsion when it's spinning. So anyway, that's what the idea is. And I'm trying to keep the blades. Now I've done a few different versions of this turbine. This one's another version. If you look, you'll see that the blades, the amount of light shining through these blades is, I'm holding it up against the light, you'll notice that the light shining through there is about a quarter. It's about a quarter the one I've just shown you, which is only, this one's actually only about a 1/10, which is less. So the angle of the blades is much steeper on this one than it is on this one. So I made a few different versions, but they can all be using the same device. I just want they'll just give different amount of gain. So I've made a few of these fans now, and I've got a few in there. So I need to do some more canopies, actually the outside part. But I've nearly run out of filament, so I'm gonna have to order some next. If I've got enough money, I'll have to get some more filament next week. But I need a few more canopies doing. But so I've been experimenting. I've got the new drive shaft in on this particular turbine. The gap between the front and the fan on this one is too big because there's a bearing in this end. So it's alright. It's just temporary while I'm experimenting, and I can spin it with my hand. So, but eventually I'm going to push air through there to spin it. So anyway, that's just a little update. I was going to restart this video and do it again, but anyway, it seems to be alright. I've just deleted about 2-3 videos which had that stupid box there, which was really driving me up the wall. I need to find out what is putting that black box on my video screen though. Almost certainly it's got something to do with one of them applications. So I'm going to start by putting the firewall back on and test it again. So if you see a few more live streams after this one today, then it's not worth watching them because I'm only going to be doing short tests anyway. I'll probably delete them anyway as soon as I've done them, just to see if that box comes back. It's usually in the first, luckily it happens right at the very start of the stream, you know, the first few seconds, so I can usually I don't have to wait around. As soon as I see it come up on the screen, if there's a box there, I know what the application it is that's causing it, so I can pretty immediately suss out what's causing it. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to kill the stream if I can find the button. No, I can't